Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has said that Iran and Oman will jointly manage the Strait of Hormuz under international law. Speaking in remarks carried by Iranian and Lebanese media, Araghchi said the two countries have the natural right to coordinate and make decisions on the strategic waterway. He also alleged that the United Arab Emirates was used by the United States and Israel to launch attacks on Iran, while reaffirming Tehran's commitment to maintaining dialogue and stable relations with Saudi Arabia. Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi has met his Iranian counterpart Eskandar Momeni in Bishkek, where the two discussed bilateral ties, regional developments, and security issues. This was their second meeting since Thursday on the sidelines of a Shanghai Cooperation Organization Interior Ministers moot. According to the Ministry of Interior, both sides stressed the need to continue diplomatic efforts aimed at reducing tensions and securing lasting peace in the region. Pakistan will continue its efforts to mediate between Iran and the United States in a bid to preserve regional peace and prevent further escalation. According to a Foreign Office report presented to the National Assembly, Islamabad considers preventing the expansion of the Iran-US conflict its top regional priority and remains committed to diplomacy, dialogue, and conflict resolution. Officials also noted that Pakistan is assessing the potential economic and strategic consequences of prolonged regional tensions, while continuing to engage with all parties involved. Iran says its navy fired warning missiles and drones near US warships in the Gulf of Oman, accusing American forces of interfering with maritime traffic and seizing commercial vessels. The claim was reported by Iranian state media, which said the action was intended as a warning to US naval forces operating in the region. Meanwhile, the US Indo-Pacific Command announced it had intercepted a sanctioned vessel in the Indian Ocean, saying Washington would continue maritime operations targeting networks accused of supporting Iran. US President Donald Trump has said that Washington did not need a deal with Iran to get enriched uranium from the country. He told reporters in the Oval Office that Washington could get it right now, and that he did not think Iran could stop it if it wanted. Trump also said that he did not want to meet with Iran's supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, but he added that if Washington and Tehran reached a deal, it was possible that the two would meet. The US House of Representatives has passed legislation to provide aid to Ukraine and impose new sanctions on Russia, the latest sign that some Republicans are willing to defy party leaders and push back against President Donald Trump. The House voted 226 to 195 for the Ukraine Support Act, which reached the floor after languishing for months. A handful of Republicans joined Democrats in signing a discharge petition to force the vote. On Thursday, 18 Republicans and one independent who normally votes with them joined Democrats to pass the bill. The US has imposed sanctions on Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel and some affiliated people and entities. The US Treasury Department's website showed that the sanctions also targeted 4 other people and 5 entities, including Diaz-Canel's wife, Liz Cuesta Peraza, 2 members of the Castro family, and the Ministry of the Revolutionary Armed Forces. The sanctions were announced as President Donald Trump told reporters that the US wanted Cuba to be a nicely run country. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station have been ordered by NASA to shelter in their spacecraft and prepare for a possible evacuation after an air leak worsened in a Russian section of the orbiting laboratory. NASA says the leak rate doubled, prompting precautionary measures while Russian crews work to identify and fix the problem. Marjan Satrapi, the Iranian-French artist, filmmaker, and author of the autobiographical graphic novel Persepolis, has died, aged 56. French President Emmanuel Macron's office said her passing is that of a figure of French culture and of an artist enamored of freedom, whose work carried a universal message and had earned her immense international renown. A statement released by members of her family to the French news agency AFP said that she had died of sadness a little over a year after the death of her husband, Swedish actor, producer and screenwriter Mattias Ripa. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.